What's up, guys? Shaggy68 here from Cold September, bringing you the finale of Cold September versus WHF. Currently, WHF seems to have a bit of an advantage. Their top's looking a little bit stronger. We had a couple of 90+% fails by one of our Town Hall 11 10.5 users. So, needless to say, that's hurt us a little bit at the top. We still have some attacks remaining. And, we're going to give it all the way to the end, see where things end up. They've done a phenomenal job. Our guys have done a phenomenal job. So, very happy to have been able to put together this war with Powerbang and the crew there at WHF. Hey, what's up, guys? Thanks for tuning in. Heart started kicking. Everybody rolling. So, let's take a look at the map here. This is the damage that Cold September has put on the map so far. We have cleared the Town Hall 11, the 10.5. We've put up, well, let's take a look at this. A 99% attack on number 4 by Town Hall 10.5. I think this was his other one. Yeah. A 93% by him as well. And then we were capable of 3-starring Luke, which is their bottom Town Hall 10 already. And then all of the 9s are cleared up. They were a little more efficient doing so, which is why they have some more attacks than we have remaining. And they've been pretty consistent at the top too, compared. So yeah, it's been pretty good from our side. Their side, on the other hand, they have cleared the 11, cleared the 10.5. They have 3-star Joshi. He was a little late with some changes to his base. Thanks to Jake from One Eye putting up my base on one of his videos. Even with the modifications that I made to it, it wasn't quite enough to be able to fend off a 10.5. So I upgraded Inferno Towers. I moved some stuff around. But based off of that wonderful Grand Warden, made it a little easier to round 1 3-star, knowing part of the base and the idea behind of what my concepts are building. And then they got Sanket as well. So I believe that's 3 Town Hall 10 3-stars for them so far. And their guy with a Max Warden still has another attack. All of the 9s are cleared up overall except for Sean and Ace, I believe. So they've still got some attacks remaining that they can use towards those. Let's slide on down here. Big war this time. 40-person war. Powerbang and I were talking about it and decided that we wanted to make it as big as possible. Here's the stats here on screen. 32, 3-star count. 8 to 8 on the 2-stars. They've had 1 fail. We've had 2. We do have more attacks used at this point. Out of the top hitters, our attacks that are remaining: Ain, which is a Town Hall 11, Bolt, which is a Max Town Hall 10, and then we've got Quan doing a Scout for the 10s. For them, though, at the top, they're looking pretty good. They still have Town Hall 11 with 20 Warden. They still have another Town Hall 10.5 with a level 7 Warden. And then they've got quite a few Town Hall 10 attacks remaining as well, so bunch of 9s is down the list, but those are only going to be clearing 2 and then scouting for the other guys. So looking pretty good so far. I'm going to check up here with chat. I'm going to get a replay showing. I need to grab another iPad. I forgot to do it before coming in here, so I'll probably have to walk away from the stream here in just a minute. Let's show Town Hall 11 on Town Hall 10 by them for 3 stars here, and I'm going to catch up on chat, and then I'm going to grab another iPad. Let's see. I have not finished with discussion with Bendel, who wants to do some fate, so no, I cannot. I may have scrolled up too far in chat. Yeah, that was too far in chat. Where does it start? What up, Smash? What's up, DW? And Dunzantra. It's been a great war so far, King of the North. BBC, been meaning to apologize. Don't apologize. You should have been let in. I have 0 issues with that whatsoever. I was not upset about it. I specifically told Hydroxid that it was perfectly cool. It's just that Alpha didn't know you, so Alpha didn't let you in. What's up, No? Nice curl. Let's see. Hey, good Sir Good Pasture. Thanks for the great war so far to you guys as well. I'm a little late getting the stream because I was trying to help plan, and then we at the top. I just don't know if we've got enough to put too much more on the board since we only have 3 hits left. Let's see here. Been definitely a great war so far. Alright, while this is playing, I'm going to go grab my other iPad. I brought my Javin account back to the clan just so I could check for scouts, lives, at the same time as I was doing replays so I could actually get some stuff caught up. And left it in the other room. So bear with me for a minute. I'm going to mute the mic, go off screen for just a second, walk in the other room and grab the iPad that I need. Hey, No. And I'm back. So yeah, that was rather unfortunate to forget one of the key items that you need to ensure that you can stream properly. Gotta have the double iPad. Don't have that, then I have to rely on others for lives, and I tend to miss them. So there we go. Let's see what we've got here. Well, on boost, so hopefully see us pull it out here. Good luck, guys. Thanks, CW. No, are you guys fixing to work cars? Great attack by Dad here. It's definitely been great, Reddy. Alright, let's show another one. Let's show, my base has been all over YouTube, so let's show Luke doing it. Even though it was altered slightly, it was no problem with the Grand Warden supporting it. So let's let it play through here. It was a great attack. Hey Jake from MM. What if I want to do a war with you guys? What if Smash? What clan are you with? Thanks for the hearts, guys. 70 views already crossed 1,000 hearts in 8 minutes, so much appreciated. Hey Jake from MM. Wow, for some reason Javin's got the timeout on his iPad. Let's get that fixed so I can see. Get that thing to stop cutting itself off here. I'll hop it back in the game. And my music just went kaput. Oh, there it was. It was changing songs. Where did the name Cold September come from? It was the clan was created by another guy. So it was handed down to me over time. Within, I don't know, a couple of months, I guess, of it coming live. It was a combination of his 2 favorite bands' songs. He just randomly threw it out. He was an old hippie from South Georgia, and Smoked a little bit, enjoyed his music, and he just randomly came up with it. I loved it. We decided when we were making the clan that, or building out the clan, that we loved the name, so we stuck with it along the way just because it was so unique. Oh, there's a live. And I can't get in unless somebody lets me in. This is a 10.5 on a 10. Somebody let me in. Anybody? Okay, Kara and WHF 2 is January 15th, 16th. That's solid. Let me in. Somebody's got to get out. We're going to miss ending live attacks here. Hey, somebody, one of you are awesome. Let me just say that. Hey, Maj. Alright, this is a 10.5, level 7 Warden in on a 10. Luke had great execution on his first attack, so I don't think he's going to have any issues cleaning this one up either. I'm guessing, and this is just off the top of my head with what they have left, because I don't know all of their 10s like I do some of the other clans, because it's the first time we've been able to face all. I think they've got this one and at least one more still in the bag. So, I mean, if they do that, they're going to ensure the win. Simply because we don't have enough attacks left. I mean, I wasted an attack myself. Our 10.5 had 2 super close attacks and unfortunately couldn't pull it off, and then Ain was unsuccessful with his first attack, so that hurts a little bit. Huge shout out to WHF and the Powerbang, the whole gang, for just being an absolutely great crew all the way throughout war. Amazing attacks from those guys, exactly what you would expect from WHF. This is an FPC arranged war, fair play community. It's Powerbang and I are buddies at this point, and we work to striving to push our community as a whole into the limelight and ensure that we have given everybody great content to enjoy and spaces to enjoy together in streams and whatnot. Thank you to him for streaming yesterday. What's up, Wiser? Alright, Gab says sick. I agree. So these guys are going to absolutely bring the heat at the top. So much respect for that. Alright, what do we miss here? Let's show Maj, one of our lower hero who's in stream here. Lower hero 10s taking care of their number 9 Luke. And I'm going to update stats in the interim. They are down to, well, let's go up to 33 triples so far for them, 32 from us, and they have 11 attacks remaining. The True Alpha, is that the new name, Alpha? So Maj opens this one with a Archer Queen Walk. This was his second hit. First one was an air attack by a Town Hall 9 for 2 stars, if I remember properly. And it showed just enough for him to feel like he was comfortable to run the risk for a 3-star attempt. So great job on this one by Maj. He basically does a Stone Go-Ho with an Archer Queen Walk to open it. You've got lag, Wiser? I have 0 drop frames and my upload speed's amazing. So it's not on me this time, buddy. Maybe just refresh or check your network connection. Show Luke's attack from the start? Okay. The first attack or second attack? Yeah, it's just you, Wiser. Just refresh, buddy. Wow, Isaac, that's definitely your device, brother. Frame rate's pretty bad for you too. I'm setting at 0 drop frames and almost 3 meg up right now, upload speed. So it's definitely not on my part, guys. Even when I check my my replays, I'm sorry, the live stream in browser is perfectly fine. I'm not sure what's up with it. I'll refresh it and see if it's doing anything different. No, it looks spot on. What's up, Rotato Chip? Chips, plural. Hey, Camcord Sarah. Okay, so Camcord Sarah says everything from her end is also okay. Thanks for tuning in and helping out there, Sarah. Alright, somebody wanted to see Luke's attack from the start. I gotta figure out which one it was. It was on Notorious. Here's the beginning of that attack. The webcam is super smooth, but the game is blocking. See, it's normally the opposite of that. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. Thanks for the follow, Sarah. But yeah, guys, upload speed, everything's perfect on my end. Normally it's the camera that lags because there's a lot more motion in it. I run directly through QuickTime on the Mac, so you know it's not. I've never had an issue with it before. Hey Spencer, what's up, buddy? How are you on this fine afternoon or evening? Probably there. I think you're about 6 hours ahead of me. Thanks for that, old snake. So here was Luke's attack one more time. So somebody wanted to see the opener. I don't mind showing it again. We're going to go through. We're going to bounce around a little bit, do some Town Hall 9 replays, do some Town Hall 10, Town Hall 10.5, and 11 attack replays as well. What's up, Powerbang? Thanks for tuning in, man. And as always, thanks for the war. As I've said before, thanks for the war. It's been a great war so far. You guys have done an amazing job, and we definitely appreciate you doing the stream yesterday, or I do for sure. It enabled me to get a little rest, which is pretty abnormal for a range war. So you're the man. You did a phenomenal job with it, buddy. Usually don't watch on the same device that I'm streaming on, if that helps. That makes sense. Alright, Sarah's looking into it, guys. Sarah is from Camcord. She's right there in chat. Let her know what's going on so she can take a look at it. These guys have done an amazing job since I swapped over from another streaming site, and I've been stoked to be here. This is the first time I think I've ever had people say they've had any issues, so not real sure. Still showing 0.0% drop frames, so not sure what's up with that. There's a lot of double messages in chat too. I don't know what's going on with that, Sarah. It looks like Weiser had one that posted about 4 times, and there was another one right there in chat just then, 3 times. So there's definitely something going on. Thanks for sharing the stream, Powerbang. Okay, thanks, Sarah. Alright, so this is the first Town Hall 9 on 9 attack I'm showing. Like I said, I'm going to bounce around. Normally when I do my streams, I'll go up one side and down the other, or vice versa. In this particular one, I'm just going to bounce around. So there's been some amazing attacks, so I'm just going to go from one side to the other. Powerbang caught a ton of them yesterday. There's a bunch of them that weren't shown. Everybody kind of went crazy between 5 a.m. this morning for me and now. So there's attacks all over the place that we can get caught up. Game is stop frame action. Interesting. PC is fine. I press send, it says, stays in the box and says you have to wait a minute to be displayed. Huh. Audio spot on. Thanks for the follow, Brian and PJ. OBS keeps crashing. What are you running OBS for? You've got me lost now. Alright guys, so again, let's get back to the stream portion. 3 attacks remain from Cold September side, 11 for WHF. That most of theirs are at the top, which is expected. We went ahead and jumped right in with some of our Town Hall 9 hits on 10s, then we jumped straight into some of our 10 hits, and some of those weren't successful. Mine being one of them, my very first attack. We had a fail on their Town Hall 11, and we had a couple of Town Hall 9s that maybe weren't successful, didn't give exact scouts that maybe the 10s were looking for. I'm not really sure. It's been hard to keep up because there's been so much going on, so many people involved in this war. But nonetheless, they've got us right now at the top. We're down to 2 Town Hall 10 attacks, or 1 10 and 1 11, and 1 Town Hall 9 attack. They have 11 attacks remaining, most of which are Town Hall 10s or 11s. 1, 11, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Town Hall 10 hits remaining, and there's a live right now. Jake Hoops in on Ace for a cleanup attack. So here's live, guys. Thanks for the hearts, old snake. Alright, so it's definitely chat issues is what everybody's saying. Camcord, maybe lag, I don't know. Hey Deal, welcome back to the stream, buddy. TTT098 said they just hit the level 10 clan perk, first clan in North America to do so. Congratulations. Hey Double C, what's up? The hearts are to help share the stream, show the love, and help promote it overall. So far, I have yet to stream and not end up on Camcord's front page, primarily because I stream Arrange Wars with high-level clans, and since I made the swap, I think it's been like Car Heroes, One Hive, and now WHF. So I'm assuming we'll get there again. I don't know. If we don't, then so be it. But it's always a pleasure to be here with you guys on the stream. What's up, Patino? Thank you for that, Sean. I happen to have caught it on the iPad I have set up. Third hit on Ace's base. I'm not sure how many's been on it. I know Aaron soaked up about 5, but in the end, that doesn't matter because our top's been a little weaker. Lushberg, thanks for the follow. Hey, Bexy. What's up, Jordan? Hey, Sean. Alright, so Queen's still at full health, does not have an ability. A minute 23 remains, and it's nothing but cleanup at this point. I mean, there was one defense there. Hogs are in a good place in the base. Queen's in the core there, and then you've got troops all the way around. Definite cleanup attack. Great job, Jay Coops, on the hit here. And that's going to bring them down to, I believe, one more Town Hall 9 hit remaining. I'm going to go through. They may have already cleaned it up. Nope, they still have Sean. So this one and then Sean. Congratulations on a 6-star war, Spencer. Hey, Sangfreud and Ken. Yeah, this is a definite triple. 38 seconds remaining. Troops are all exactly where they need to be. Definite cleanup attack here. Oh, okay. I thought that was at me. I was like, I don't know a glider. Hey, BW, thanks for the follow. Alright, so let's get the stats updated real quick. That's going to drop them down to 10 remaining attacks, 6 of which are Town Hall 10s, or 5 and 1 11. So they're looking pretty good here. Alright, let's find another random replay to check out. How about Danny Moe on Lord GC? Thanks for that, Yellow. Thanks for the follow, the sharing, Jordan. 3 taps for the jump spell and Sean. That's tough. I have found that my iPad, if it's really cold, like I'm sitting out in my garage and it's really cold, I can't do it. Or if my hands are really cold, I can't get it to tap down. You know, there for a while it was actually part of an issue with the game, but it's not anymore. It's on us, I guess, or at least me when I do it. Just realized my camera is off a little bit. Let's get that fixed. Where's it at? There we go. Something was a little odd with that. Lushberg, it depends on what happens. If we go perfect here at the end on our remaining hits, then they aren't successful with theirs. Then I think we could come close. I haven't done the count on the score, but I mean they've got a lot of opportunities to add a couple more stars at the top. One of which being a Max Warden Town Hall 11. I'm trying to see. I don't remember off the top of my head. One of them's a Max 10. But they're down to like 3 Town Hall 10 bases and then a 10.5. So, you know, what will they add? I'm not sure. But we'll see. It's going to be close in the end no matter what. Wow, with the repeated messages. It's not spam. There's an issue with typing or chat or something right now. Camcord's just kind of going a little crazy. Yeah, it's done it almost since we started the stream. I mean, it's been kind of ongoing. Something to do with lag. They said that when they were using it on their mobile devices that it was having some issues today. I'm not really sure. I know Sarah's on top of it. She was here in stream just a moment ago, and she was looking into it. Thanks, Sarah. Thanks for the 5,000 heart. You guys are awesome. Best CS can do is tie now. That's what I thought, but you know, odds are they're going to add some stars, so you know, it is what it is. Town Hall 10 triples. They have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 1 currently. Sarah says she wishes she was on vacation. Boss, your attack from yesterday is still my absolute favorite attack this war. it was just amazing. I need to go back and see which base that was on so I can show it. I believe it was the one on... No, it wasn't that one. Let me find it on my other iPad. I know that Powerbang showed it a couple of times, but it's worth the show. It was Bass on... or Boss, however that's pronounced, on Mutant. We're going to show that one here in just a moment. It's either on the link of the site, PB, or it should be, you know, the other one will work through camcorder just fine also. I'll just have to manually put it in like you were doing last night. Thanks for that, by the way. Spencer and I would be on the beach if it was a vacation. By far the best attack you've done. I loved it. I mean, it was just, it blew my mind seeing it. Definitely unusual attack style. Beautifully executed. Hey, Last Nation, thanks for the follow. 97 people on chat or online right now on the stream. 351 views so far in only 31 minutes. 6,000 hearts. Thank you, guys. Yeah, it was on number 22. I found it in. I've got my second iPad up with Javin back in the clan. I took him out there for a while just because we were over 50 people. We were having to shift people in and out for who wanted to war, and so I carried him out. And then we had a couple of guys, some of our old timers, that had jumped over from our family clan, wanted to do a couple of wars with us. And so we let them, and now that they're kind of returned back to where they went, I brought them back in just for this. Yeah, Math, I've been showing them the whole time. I think I've shown 3 Town Hall 9 replays in 30 minutes now. So this is Bass in on Mutant. Check this out, guys. Couple of giants in the west, a number of giants in the north with a king and I believe a P.E.K.K.A. Healers on each, queen over with the one giant side, just wrapping around the base beautifully. 13 hogs just to take out the remainder of the base by the time these troops take out as much territory as they did. It was beautiful. Blue Coops is what it's called, I believe. Credit to Blue Coops, though, for the strat. Hey, Matt Chu, Moose, and King Plum, thanks for the follows there. There's one Town Hall 11 on each side, one 10.5 on each side, and then, what is it, 7 10s, I think is what we went with. Yeah, and then your defense, Bass, was also incredible. As soon as like Bex was in the raid, and I took a look at what was happening, I was like, man, she did a great job. And then I'm going through looking at what cleanup. I look at the time and I notice there's only 2 bombs set off. At that moment, I saw her hogs drift to the west or the east. Immediately, I knew what was coming. I messaged her just a few minutes after, or she had messaged me asking if I had seen it. I need into it, guys. It's Dad. They're Town Hall 11 doing his second attack. Somebody will have to hop out so I can get in. I was talking and not looking at Javin's iPad. Thanks for that, Sobos. Somebody hop out of it so I can get in. Nope, too late. Alright, well, hang tight. I'm assuming this is going to be a triple. This is their I was going to say Big Daddy with level 20 Warden, but I assume with his name being Dad, that would have only been more than appropriate. It's not you, Lush. Nobody's faulting it. Chat's been a little strange, so I think a lot of people are kind of hanging off of it this time because of that. Still need people chatting because it's what gives me something to talk about. I can't just talk about the attacks. Alright, so this is probably going to be one more star for them. We're holding tight just to see what it is. If successful, we're going to hop right into that replay. Thanks for that, King of the North. I'm not real sure what caused it. Or maybe somebody else hopped in when I was trying to. It's a 2. Don't tease me. Wow. Okay, so it was a 2-star. That's beneficial from us, for us anyway. So that's going to bring their Town Hall 10 3-star chances down to actual Town Hall 10s. But they still have a number of them. Kona had one Town Hall 10 triple already ready, has yet to attack. And King Diamond had a 2-star the first time. Luke did have a 3-star, but it was on a Town Hall 9. So Luke had dipped down and went ahead and took care of one of the 9s just to get it off the board. Let's see here. Somebody wanted to see another Town Hall 10 triple. Joshy was done by Dad. My tweak base didn't hold out against a 10.5. Here's a true 10 on 10 triple, so let's show that one. I think I've shown all the other ones. Kona did a great job with this one. Hey Rice. Looks like the chat duplicate message issues are beginning to clear up, guys. Thank you for jumping right on that, Sarah. Hey NATO. I just signed up for to this because of your stream. Thank you for that, Clash NATO. Welcome to Camcord. I've been on Camcord now for, I don't know, 3-4 weeks. And so far I've been able to stream every single week except for the holidays. I went ahead and took that off because Supercell wiped our replays twice. And so I couldn't do a recap stream. I didn't want to come on and be a Clash and Farm guy, at least for now. I like to bring the war content when I can. So I held back, enjoyed the vacation. I'd even taken a little time off from the clan. The first time in 2 years I've taken a break in the clan, and it really wasn't a break. I just turned off group me and logged on once in a blue moon just to check out what was going on. So that being said, I called it a vacation from streaming, called it a vacation from Clash a little bit, and I'm back. So, you know, from here on out it should be weekly streams as usual, at least 2 a week. Saris, I am sure that Powerbang's going to have one, and hopefully I can get around to one. Alright, so Sarah says there may still be some hiccups, but they're going through it to clear it up. And let me say, Sarah, when I made the swap, and I'm trying not to name drop the other streaming platform that I came from again, because I've been here long enough to quit talking about them. But let me say to the Camcord team, which is right now you directly because you're the one in chat, that you guys have done an absolutely phenomenal job with taking care of the streamer, and I appreciate that. You know, coming over, no matter how big a stream was, it didn't matter, just because it was not mobile centric like this is. I see less lag issues. I have no trollish issues from people coming into the streams. It's nothing but love, and that's all that it's been since I've swapped over to Camcord. So thank you guys for what you're doing. Keep up the good work, and I have a feeling there's going to be a lot more of the Clash community heading your way. Oh wow. Powerbang, please send our well wishes to Luke and his family. I hope that everything's okay, that it wasn't, you know, completely serious. It is something they can pull through, and it's just a matter of concern for him right now. But man, we wish him nothing but the best. Prayers to that family. Show Sean's attack. I always love Sean's attack. Thanks for that, Sarah. It's been a warm welcome from day one. When you log on to your very first stream and you've never streamed with Camcord, and I can't remember if it was Camcord Luke, Camcord Jeff, I don't remember the name exactly, but, you know, boom, they were here, and they were like, hey, system check looks good, you know, let's go. And that's huge in itself, you know, just to have that personal touch that you guys are putting into it. And I hope, you know, as you guys grow, that's something you're able to maintain. If I could just stream to Rome, Chrome, what? To Rome and Chromecast, you would never watch that other shaky stream. And if you don't see one of us right away, you can just tweet me and I'll get someone around that fast. Thank you for that, Sarah. So far, I've never had an issue when we come in to stream. This is the first time that there's ever been an issue with the stream. And you guys, boom, took care of it. So I have no issues with that. You know, everything's been perfectly flowing up until now. So much appreciated. Hey, Rain, thanks for the follow. And I love Chief Pat. Thank you for the follow. So Sean came over from another FPC clan that kind of, they didn't split up. They still exist, but you know, some of the core members had kind of went drifting a little bit. And Sean's in chat right there, so you know, I guess he could speak to it if he wanted to, but he has this very unique Archer Queen Walt / push attack with dragons that you're seeing here, that he's been able to recreate on just about any base design. It's been absolutely epic and inspiring to a lot of the nines. Heck, I've even played with them with my little account, even though the Archer Queen isn't big enough to do much of a push with. Absolutely awesome attack. Alston's done a few Town Hall 10, 9 on 10 attacks with dragons, not only in this war, but in other wars since he came back from his little break for school, and they've been phenomenal. Alston last war tripled a Town Hall 10 and with level 3 Infernos. So it's pretty rad to see it happen in round 1 nonetheless. Lob, what is that? Makes us and Sparky. Thank you guys for the follows. Wow, GroupMe is blowing up right now. At least mine is. Alright, did one of ours. Let's hop over, show Dozer and on Dangly Sack. Alright guys, 1 hour 53 minutes remain. They have 9 attacks remaining now. I didn't update stats. We have 3. A lot of theirs are Town Hall 10s. And I think they've got 1 Town Hall 9 remaining to attack, which they will have 0 issues cleaning up. Kevlar, thank you for sharing the stream. We're up to almost 10,000 hearts, guys. Thank you for that. 102 people online right now. Thanks for tuning in. And 451 views so far in the stream. So thank you guys for doing so. Old Snake holding it down with 1,000 hearts at the top there. Bexy just sent the 10,000th heart. She's almost at 1,000. GACOC, who's a great stream supporter, is about the same. Alright, live attack. Ready is in, and I can't get in. Somebody will have to let it happen. Let me in! I was looking at hearts, and then somebody decides to attack. Alright, I'm in it if somebody will just let me in. You gotta get out for me to get in. I'm trying, guys. I saw it on the iPad and went straight out and straight to it before I saw it in chat. Oh, it is Lollipop. Well, we missed it again, guys. If you're on the stream and you happen to know that I'm trying to get in, let me in. Obviously, I was getting a phone call there. So, yeah, you probably heard that. Alright, looks like the chat issue has come back a little bit. Last Nation, thanks for sharing the stream. Matt, thanks for sharing it. Anybody know how this one's going? Ah, thank you, Powerbang. Wow, I didn't even see that at first. Thank you very much for that, Powerbang. Much appreciated, brother. Not expected, but definitely appreciated. Yeah, it's not your fault on the spamminess, guys. It's just doing it. I've got my iPad in. Thanks for that, Math Monster. I just let the team know. Alright, what just happened? I wasn't even looking. Alright, so Ready was unsuccessful, so we definitely won't show that one. We got another live right now, and we're in it. Alright, let's take a minute and check out why why I didn't just update there at my header. That's strange. We'll get it fixed though. Thank you for that, Powerbang. Got you up there on stream. No idea why it didn't update on its own this time. Much appreciated, brother. Took me a minute to find out where it was. Can I show the CS? Yeah, absolutely. So let me slide out of the way and move the iPad. So that's the Cold September Shield. It is 20 inches wide, about 26 or so long. It's 3 layers, so it's completely 3D. Where the back piece is, is one layer. You have the shield itself, and then, well, it's actually another ring here. And then this sets out as well for a third dimension. So it was done by one of our co-leaders. He just hit me up randomly one day and said, "Hey Shaggy, if I were to build something, I enjoy doing woodworking," which I knew that already. He said, "If I build it, would you find a place for it? Would you want it? Would you want it in your office, in your garage, anything that you would have an interest into it? As much as you dedicate and allocate to our clan, you know, this is something I want to do. So how do you feel about it?" And I said, "Man, if you build it, I'll use it for sure." I ended up mounting it a little bit high, so I'm going to tilt my camera up a little bit. But past that, it's absolutely phenomenal. The craftsmanship on it. He started with 1x4 boards and buttoned them together. Absolutely remarkable piece. And hey, Miss Powerbang. Alright, Kevlar says, "Shaggy, if you had a camcorder account settings, you can enter a PayPal email." I have that, I thought. I'll double check it though. That may be on me. Thanks for that, Kevlar. I thought I set that up day one, but I'll double check it. Alright, so that was not successful. So Sean's base is standing. He brought up an amazing war, and then his base is doing some work. So good job on that, Sean. And I muted the mic, not thinking because there was a child in the other room screaming. Nonetheless, yeah, I missed that. Button's there now. Trevor says, "Shout me out, please." What's up, Trevor? And all 113 people in the stream currently. What's up, Z-Bear? This is Alpha, replayed by Alpha in on, what is that? ABAP every day. Ultimate Broad, thanks for the follow. Trevor, thanks for the follow. Jan, thanks for the follow. X Frank, I missed a few of these. Dan's. Bexy, thanks for sharing the stream. Clown, thanks for the follow. Little Puffin. Sliding through here. Legit 9. Wow, I missed a few of them. Thank you guys for sharing the stream, those that have. And thanks for the follows. Oh my gosh, this mic didn't unmute. Alright, so let me rephrase that. Alpha Dog in 1.0 and 2.0, there were two of them. This is the Alpha Dog from 2.0. 1.0 Alpha Dog is still there. Twice I've done that on stream recently since I swapped to the Yeti. All on me. It's full of flaws today, guys. Chat messed up. I keep hitting mute and forgetting to undo it. I had the camera offset. It is what it is, guys. Been a long night. I think I was up till, I said I got extra rest early in the stream, but I actually lied. I was up till about 5 a.m. planning attacks and watching war. So, yeah. Didn't sleep as much as I would like to. Thanks for the follow, Junior. Here's Mutant in on Pablito. I have Discord. but I don't do it but with certain people, or at least on stream anyway. Tropics and Gamer Kids, thanks for the follows. $14,000 hearts, almost 15,000. 100 people in stream. 570 views so far for this war. It's just the finale. Cold September still has 3 attacks remaining. WHF is now down to 7, and I'm showing 9 on my stream. Let's get that updated. There's been a couple that went in just a moment ago. So they are down to 7 attacks. We're down to 3. They have 34 triples. We have 32. 4 Town Hall 10 triples from those guys, or Town Hall 10 plus, and 2 from Cold September so far. We have 2 Town Hall 10 attacks remaining and 1 Town Hall 9 to do his hit. He's basically scouting for the other guys. Wow, I can't keep up with GroupMe right now. I do have Skype, but I don't use it. Yeah, I've got Discord. I have one for the group and one specifically for streams. Is that what you guys use, Powerbang? Carson Moore, thanks for the follow. Powerbang, you want to hop on stream with Discord? Putting you on spot, so don't feel obligated to it. I tried to talk, and Miss Powerbang missed it yesterday. I tried to talk her into taking you shopping today and keeping you from helping with the war planning, just so you know that. Nice, legit. Hino and Nectar, thanks for the follows. Show one of theirs. Steve-O in on Quan G. Yeah, Z-Bear plus Discord plus attacking equals rest in peace. That's a true story. Same thing with Shaggy on either Discord or streaming. Alright, let me open it up and grab you a link, Powerbang. I'm gonna put you on a private one so none of the other clanmates can hop into it right off the bat. Where's that? Let me get that link copied and then we'll go from there with it. Give me just a minute, guys. Getting the Discord stuff opened up, and gonna send Powerbang a link to hop on if he wants to. Need to unmute it for that's iTunes. I gotta find which one it is on OBS. It's been a while since I've used it. There it is. Get that unmuted. Copy that link and get it over to PB. Thanks for that. How about a Wii? Now we're gonna have PB hop on Discord with us, guys, if he wants. I put him right on point, so if he had said no, then I wouldn't have been upset. It was all on me. He's probably cussing me right now. I would be if I was ill prepared. He's probably sitting there chilling with Miss Powerbang and the family, and Shaggy's like, hey, let's get on chat and do some things. Powerbang, I just sent you a link to that server It's just you and I on it, so your Discord stuff won't get leaked out to everybody. Discord is a voice messaging app similar to TeamSpeak or Mumble. It's free and better. It's a cleaner interface, and I've got to say I absolutely love it. I'm not afraid to talk about softwares that I enjoy that we use as a clan, and that's one of them. A lot of the guys see it highly advantageous for attack planning. Well, again, Powerbang, if you can't hop on, dude, don't sweat it. I'm not worried about it. I'm not offended or upset by it because I did put you on point. Somebody said Discord. I was like, hey, I've got it set up for the stream if you want to do it. I'm there if you want to. It's all good. It's a better version of GroupMe and TeamSpeak combined. I don't think it serves the same purpose as GroupMe. I think there's a difference there simply because the notifications for text don't always flow in as they should. Clashmaster, thanks for the follow. And Megatron, same thing. It is definitely great on a desktop. Hopefully none of my settings on my my Mac got changed that I'm aware of. No, legit. I'll only do that on casual streams. If I'm doing an arranged war stream, I won't do it. What's up, Powerbang? He just hopped on. He may be still getting set up. It's not Don. What is that? Zontra. Dragon Milk, thanks for the follow. It depends on where you are. How about? I don't recall what clan you're in. John Trot is pronounced Shaggy. What? Hey Mal, what's up, buddy? Hey Powerbang, what's up, brother? Oh, it's fantastic. Been a great war so far, man. Thank you guys so much for arranging with us. I can't speak highly enough about your team over there and the interaction that we've had in both of our streams, man. It's been great. Man, it's been awesome. I can't, like I said, I can't speak highly enough about everybody. I mean, just the whole interaction that the team from either side has had, and the level of attacking that you guys have put forth has been remarkable. Definitely a force to be reckoned with, and I'm stoked to see that you guys have moved back into the range war scene like you talked about. And I know you've got some stuff up your sleeve this week. Any previews to who? I don't even know who. And you and I talk privately all the time. Wow, that's awesome. Now, out of all of that, I just made you go through the whole scheme, and now they're saying they can't hear you. I can hear you, and the chat, it's showing me in OBS they can hear you, dude. Let me... Yeah, Alright, let me just kill music altogether. I can't believe it did that. I feel like a tool.
It's not easy. You know what's funny is my wife, obviously you guys saw her get on stream last night and roast the hell out of me. But basically, she got off afterwards and she's like, you know what? I have a newfound respect for what you do. I didn't realize, I thought you're just sitting there, doing a little chat and playing a little games, but she's like, I didn't even know what to look at. There was so much going on, and I didn't really know what was happening. So yeah, I totally have a newfound respect for doing that because it's not easy.
Yeah, it's something else, and that's one of the things. Like the beauty of camcorder, I think, is that it brings a lot of that together. They can hear you now, by the way.
Excellent.
Yeah, so sorry about that for everybody on stream and for you specifically. But yeah, that's the beauty of camcorder, is that where I had stuff on 3 different desktops trying to figure out how to pull it together and looking at it. It was insane. So, now it's as simple as just, opening chat, opening OBS, and having my iPad running for the most part, for me anyway. So, I know you're running that other card, so it makes it a little bit different for you. But yeah, it's tough. I mean, you got a webcam here. Sometimes you have one over here, depending on what kind of stream you're doing. And I saw from your setup, it looked pretty sophisticated. So I'm sure she was kind of lost, not getting a good intro. I've tried to set my wife down on it multiple times. She's like, kill the camera, and I don't want to know about how to do anything but click live attack. And it's like, yes, ma'am. That's all that I can say at that point.
I totally get it. My wife had no introduction, no nothing. I mean, she's seen my setup. I mean, she has a rudimentary understanding of what everything does. But I didn't give her any tutorial or anything. I was like, hey, these people want you on stream, so why don't you sit down and talk for a little bit? And she did, so that was cool. But yeah, no training at all.
Yeah, she did a great job for knowing nothing going into it, so I can't argue about that at all. So, most people just get on there and go camera shy. Like my son, he co-streams with me, and of course he doesn't play Clash anymore. He just kind of fills in, and he refuses to be on camera or speak at this point. He's just got to be in absolute goofy mode to be able to do it. He actually understands the software. He just doesn't want to be in front of the camera. So she kind of jumped right in there like it was nothing yesterday. So much respect to her for that.
Sweet. So you had asked when I was muted, or at least muffled, what we have planned coming up, and I never really got to that because we were, you couldn't hear me. So anyways, to give you a little insight on what we have coming up, we're currently talking with the Lost Phoenix group about having WHF versus Chiron this week, and that one's still up in the air. They sent me a roster, but the problem with that matchup right now, like, they want to face us for their 200th, clan war win attempt, which I totally respect and get that, but I'm going to have to sit out half of my roster in order to make that match, and then on top of that, they don't have any, like, heavier Town Hall 10s, so I'm having to sit out, like, my best guys. So it's not even a good representation of our clan, really.
Right.
So it makes me a little hesitant to want to do that and then ask, half of our guys to sit out and watch. So that's in the works, and then we also have North Remembers next weekend, so that should be another really good war.
Yeah, absolutely. I've looked at Chiron's roster twice, I think, now, and they were just simply too light for us. Nice guys, absolutely nice guys that I've spoken to over there, but when they submitted it, it was like, it was almost light in some cases for our second clan, and it was like some of their players, and then a couple from us, and then a couple that we just didn't have the weights for, so we ended up electing at that time just not to do it, even though we were really stoked about the opportunity.
Exactly.
And I think Kronos was the same way, because they had approached us as well. So it just seemed like their rosters were a little bit different than what we've kind of built up to be able to face most of the other FPC clans. So
yeah, I think you're on point with that. And I mean, it's nothing against them or any other clan that wants to play. So I'd love to play, everybody, but it just gets to the point to where, we're all in this to have fun and play a game, but we have our people to look out for, and it's like when you're spending time arranging a war, and then you're asking all of your most active, most dedicated players that live for that stuff to sit out and watch. It's kind of rough, So those are the considerations that we have to make, and I hope it can work out. I still have some more work to do. We're looking at things like having some of their guys,
Mm-hmm.
drop infernos to raise their war weight and whatnot, similar to what we did for this war.
Right.
But we're looking at stuff like that, and then they were wanting to do 25 v 25, and I'm thinking, man, if you could get it at least a 30, I might be able to swing that, but 25 is just, I don't know, it's pretty low for what we have running on our roster.
Yeah, I'm the same way. If we're going to run and arrange for, and we're going to go through and we're going to put in the work to do something, I just can't justify doing something less than 30. And that's simply because we have over 50 members at this time. And with over 50 members, which is kind of uncanny to even think about, but when you have over 50 members and you're shifting people between one clan and the other, or, some people have 2 accounts also that they have in and out of the clan constantly to be able to make matches work, your team's already given you the gratitude of saying, hey, here I am, use me, just let me be part of it because, I love this place. And you want to be respectful to that. But, it's unfortunate because there's so many elite clans that are not, they're not all Town Hall 10 or 11, and they're not all super heavy 9s. You don't have Town Hall 9 lifers. These guys, may be just absolutely, great clashers, but they came from 8 to 9, did the 8.5 thing, and they're holding it a lower 9 weight. For the moment. And I think that was some of what we saw when I looked at it. It's been a little while since I did. But, this kind of leads to something that I think that we could both speak to, is that was the entire purpose of the FPC. You helped roll out the FPC along with a few other YouTubers. And, it's where you and I kind of made contact and have rolled from there. And that's kind of where we can call this an FPC war as well. And, the idea behind it was just to bring people who are playing the way that, the game was designed to be played at any level. Not, hey, you've got to be at this certain level so we can be in some special alliance or something. It's a community just saying, guys, if you do things right, and it doesn't matter what Town Hall levels you are, you want something more than a random war search, then join us. And that's both through the Bindle chat and through our own forums at fairplaycommunity.net. So I think you and I both kind of get a vibe from that. And I think there's a lot of clans that, lower weight groups like Chiron or Kronos or some of those other ones can find a lot of matches with. Six Schlitzes is one of those common clans that you and I both have an interaction with, along with Dark Avengers. I mean, there's clans out there that just aren't as heavy, but are just amazing clans that, these matches can flow through also.
Definitely, I agree. There's a lot of clans I wish we could play. And there was a time when we were on the light side. I remember when we were looking at doing some arranging with some clans, like when we were up and coming and we hadn't really arrived yet. There was clans that we would have played regardless of our hero deficit or, a couple bases being too light. We would have played them for the experience had there been an avenue to make that happen.
Yep.
Currently, there's not, and that's a little unfortunate. But hopefully, something goes into the game soon to make that happen. But there's some things that Clash, as a company, has to address first before they can start doing any arranged matchmaking or anything like that.
Oh yeah, I definitely agree with that. A perfect example of being too light. And Brian from EE is in chat saying too light for CS. Wow, they must be really light because compared to EE, Emphatic Elite, we are. But realistically, our first, I want to say Morning Sword was our first range war. It may have been One Hive Invicta, but when we went up against those guys at Morning Sword, we had negative 243 or 246 hero deficit when we went into it. And the weights were spot on. We just weren't up to the level that we needed to be. And the only reason the weights worked is because they had a bunch of 8.5s that could drop level 1 expos at the time, just so we could get there weight-wise. And, it makes it tough, but that level of competition is what helped spring us to where we are today, to be able to match great clans like you guys, One Hive, and everybody else. We have Car Heroes recently. 2.0. I mean, this is each one's been a stepping stone to bring us here. And, at that same time, we continue to build out along with you guys because we all kind of had an understanding of what everybody wanted. So, it's been a lot of fun. And that's part of the community feel is that, we forgive a little bit because we know that we're in it for the competition more than the win. So
exactly,
we could all go do farming wars and be awesome and have all green warlocks, be level 10 awesome war clans by now, or we could have these awesome wars that sure we lose sleep over, but man, we enjoy doing it. This is the reason that we play at this point.
Absolutely, this is a lot of fun, man. I mean, it looks like we're gonna end up walking away with the win. I mean, barring a pretty miraculous showing in your last few attacks and a pretty somehow failing. I mean, we're trying not to dip for this last Town Hall 9, but I mean, obviously the attacks are there if we need them. But regardless of the outcome, like we would have lost this war. I was happy with our showing. It was just a lot of fun, man. And this is what I want to do more of, and that's the reason that we're booked out till February right now. With the line, to war with us, basically, going out the door. I just don't want to arrange, with people or even start that process, 2 months in advance. It's hard enough when you're a couple weeks out. So, but definitely, man, props to you for setting us up. It was pretty seamless. We had a little hiccup on weights, but I mean, you were cool about it, good communication, and it's pretty painless. We did this about a day, 2 days in advance, and got the match, so everything worked out.
Thanks for doing it, man, and thanks to your team for those guys that were forgiving as well. That went through the hassle of farming up enough to be able to drop those troops those defenses or whatever to make it happen. So much respect to those guys for going out of the way to be sure that we could make the match as a whole. So it took some sacrifice from them as well to be able to make it happen. So be sure to pass the good word there. I will say that Spencer in chat did say that their 11s were too heavy to send to Sharon. Spencer, when I looked with either of those two groups, I did not have, there was no Town Hall 11 yet. So if there's a little more possibility there, I might be able to look at it again. Powerbang kind of has an idea of what our weights look at, so maybe he can speak to it, or maybe he's seen some of those weights. But I would look at it again. I've
seen both weights.
Okay, you have
your clan and the Chiron clan. Yeah,
since
they didn't send any Town Hall 11 weights over. They were all really low weight Town Hall 10s.
Okay. So that would be the difference. Where they would probably have to pull in some of the 10s that they probably have in some of the other LP clans to make it work. And then I think that would come down to being in the exact opposite of what it is now, because right now, from what I saw last, we would have had to set, over half of our clan and bring in Sept or even some people from other clans to be able to make it work. And I don't want to do that to my team. But, they would probably be in that exact opposite. If those 10s were still pretty light, they would probably have to pull in from the other LP clans to make it work. But hey, I'm willing to do something if there's an opportunity and they still want to, and I'm sure that you would too when the time allows. I think we are about 6 weeks booked out right now. So yeah, continued great wars from us also, all thanks to the FBC and the great Clash community that we've become part of. So, if you need to go, Powerbang, hey, cool. I'm not upset by it. You sounded like that last wording that you might need to hop off. But thanks for hopping on stream, man, and thanks for the war.
Sure thing, man. What was I just going to say? I know Spencer's on the chat right now, along with a couple of Chiron guys. I know they wanted to play us for their 200th, but WHF 2, honestly, is probably a better matchup. So that might be something to consider too. Just because they're lighter than we are, have fewer 10s and all that. That might be something I'll talk to their guys about. I know they want to play us, but matchmaking wise, I think they're a better fit for WHF 2.
Well, I mean, WHF 2 is nothing to bat an eye at either. So let's be honest, those guys have been rocking it over there, just like our Cold Sept team have. So these guys, I think both of those clans have come on strong really quickly. And WHF 2 would definitely give them a good war. So if they're interested, I would have those guys jump all over it. I think No would love it.
Oh, he would for sure, dude. They live for war. He's been in the Fair Play chat recently trying to get some wars going. Right. And the midweek war, so I know they don't have anything arranged, but I'll have to talk to the Chiron guys and see if they're interested. But I think that's a I think it's a worthy matchup and a worthy opponent for Chiron. It gives them a true test to see what they can do, and it gives them an opportunity to have an equal war on both sides to go ahead and get that 200th. And best of luck to them getting that as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So to me, that sounds like a great idea if they're open to it, and if there's if it gets to a point where one of those two clans can't make a lightweight or a heavier weight or whatever, I'm sure Sept would again also fill in there, or whatever, just like we do for each other when we're going into these other clans. So these other players. So
I see Spencer in chat too saying that they didn't want to dilute them, so they were not Chiron by sending boatloads of other players from LP clans, and that's exactly the same boat that we're in on this side too. It's like we don't want to dilute our clan either. You know what I mean? And bring in lower weight people that isn't representative of who we are, because it is what it is. But totally can understand and respect that, and I want to make the match happen. It's just a matter of where clans are at in their Clash of Clans progression.
Right. So
enough on that though. Let's get back to this war. We got an hour left.
Yeah, let's talk about this. What do you guys have planned? I mean, do you know? Who's going where? I have not looked at Group Me since I started the stream but twice, and
I hear that
thread. So.
I hear that, man. I'm out of touch a lot of times when I'm doing the stream thing. But as far as our plans, the biggest one is to get that damn Town Hall 9 cleared with another Town Hall 9. We don't want to be dipping to do it. We kind of had Luke was one of the guys that dropped Infernos for this war, so he's like literally a brand new 10.
Right.
So he dropped to get 13, and that was partially because his brother had gotten in a car accident, and he had to jet out to the hospital. So he literally just gemmed some troops and went to pick up a star real quick to try to contribute to the effort before he had to leave. And he's like, I don't know if I'll be back at all. So don't expect my second attack. So best of wishes to his brother, and hopefully he recovers. But we haven't heard any news on that, so I'm hoping everything's okay there. But yeah, so that was really the only reason we had a dip that early, was just to try to get some contribution from him before he had to take off.
Wow. Well, again, like I said earlier in the stream, man, prayers out to his family for that. We appreciate what he did to make the war happen, but family always comes first. So, hopefully his brother's okay, and, a quick recovery for whatever the issues were. So no hard feelings from that one, obviously. I think you guys are still going to have no trouble getting that 9 down, though. I mean, you've got, I think I did a count a minute ago, 6 Town Hall 9 attacks remaining. Is that right? No, I didn't count that right. Hold on.
We've got just a couple, I think. I don't even have my clash up right now.
I'm going to look at
it. J. Croops has his second attack to use. God, his base, man. So we kind of got tricked into everybody's trying the same attack on his base because Dan Howe dropped a 99% on the base,
right,
and was literally hovering over the last building with his balloons as time expired.
Right.
So the rule is, right, if you've got a high percentage 2-star, well, why not just tweak the attack and pick up the 3? So here we all have been trying to tweak. And either the Queen's doing some weird thing with her walk going the opposite. Like, we had, I don't remember who it was, ABAP just now went in, and he did a Queen walk the same way that 3 other people before him have done it, and his Queen walks the other way.
Yep.
And it's just like, what the heck? So, something goofy going on, like on my raid. I dropped a jump spell, but of course it didn't drop the first time I tapped the screen. I had to tap it 3 times. And by the time I got it down, the king had walked. So it completely disrupted what the spirit of the attack was. And we are struggling on that base. So I think we kind of got trapped into attacking it the exact same way because Dan Howe's attack was so close on it.
Right. Well, sometimes, and I preach this to our guys, we've had a few of them like that, and I don't recall which base it was because they're cleared now. But, sometimes I preach to my team is just stop. If you're forcing an attack style, in some cases that isn't your primary attack style, just because there was that replay. And yes, we want to tweak them, and yes, we want to do it. But if you back away for an hour, you look at the base and say, you know what, I could do a Stone Goho, or I could Lalo it with a Zapquake, or I could do something different. If I was just thinking about it, if it was a fresh hit, this is what I would do, and then go back and look at how those traps that you have and all of those replays affect it. then you might be successful. Sometimes it's just not okay to fit an attack style. I'm one of the worst people in the clan attack-wise, period. And it's even, you know, more so when I'm having to replicate somebody else's attack. I'm just not good with that. It's never been my thing. I have
got a live one, man.
Yeah, I've got it on. So Top Dog in on Sean, guys. This is them trying to clean up that 9 we're talking about. But yeah, I just can't do it. Like, there's very few times, if it's not just right at my attack style, that I can run with that myself. So, you know, sometimes taking that step back makes a difference.
So it looks like Top Dog is taking your advice here, and he's not going to do the AQ1 and trying to clear this thing up. So he's got the Quad Quake with some hogs going to be going down here.
That's pretty rad. So funny enough that I said that. But yeah, here it is. So he's got stoned, opened up the core there, set off the double set. Valk's coming in.
And they're on the Queen with Rage, so that's taken care of.
He's looking pretty good here.
And we'll see. He's tanking too, a little secondary tanking with those Valks, allowing those hogs on the left to do some work.
Yeah, Tesla Trap gone. Hound is locked on to Golems and Valks, so that's and the Barb King. So, you know, it's doing no work at this point. Queen's off on her own. And she's
That's helpful, though. That Queen is going to stay out of the line of fire.
Yep. She's going to go outside. She's going to pick off these defenses while they're all locked in the core. As long as those Valks by that gold storage don't die, or something else gets in there quickly enough for that cannon to lock it, it's going to be good.
He's got it. Double bomb set's gone, and last heal should come down right now.
Yep, plenty of hogs.
Laid on the heel, man.
A little bit, yeah. Still plenty of hogs, though. Queen did get locked here at the end, but look at her health with ability, so it's not going to matter.
2 minutes left for cleanup.
Yeah, done and done.
Yeah, the only building that's in question is that elixir storage up top, but with 2 minutes to clean up and a full health Queen, he's going to be okay.
Yeah, those hogs are going to make the leap, plus you've got a minion floating around, but he's going to drift down. Those hogs should make it in without any issues. Ooh, that hurt a little bit. Let's see what these pups do to the cleanup. I mean, still with a minute and a half, though, I don't think it's going to matter.
They can't kill the Queen, though.
No. It's just going to be whether or not it somehow stops
She's got an open path now, too, all the way to that storage.
Yeah, she does. Okay, good and good. Great job, Top Dog.
So, sweet. The 9s are cleared with no dipping from the 10s. I'm really thankful for that, honestly. We were open... As strong as our opening performance was, with like 16 fresh hit 3-stars, all of a sudden we were like, there's always that 1 or 2 bases, right? That just are thorn in your side, give you trouble, and we were like, man, I really hope we don't have to dip to get this one done.
Yeah, it was, you guys came out, and you know, I told the team, they were like, hey, we're doing a great job. I was like, yeah, we are. But statistically, their 9s are doing a little better. You know, they came out and were just killing fresh bases. And, of course, we've always been a cleanup clan. That's just what we do. You know, it hurts us in some wars, but not at this point, since the changes Supercell made to Town Hall 9. You're still going to have so many attacks remaining that it's not funny. I did tell the guys that, you know, for further reference, we're going to slow down where our round 1 Town Hall 10s are, because we do attacks in rounds. So the idea behind what we do is, you know, you take the most efficient people and you put them towards the end. You know, the people who can hit better under the pressure, or can clean up better, see the bases differently from cleanup or following and duplicating attacks. And then, you know, you've got guys that are fresh hit guys. You've got guys that are, you know, late cleanup and are early cleanup guys. So we separate them into 3 attack rounds. Town Hall 9s only belong in round 1 and 2. But I think based off of the changes that Supercell made to Town Hall 9, we're almost destined at this point to have to push Town Hall 10s back to round 2 or later, and just eliminate round 1 hits, except for, you know, on the very biggest bases, like maybe, who's your top guy? Maybe like Dad. Like that base at Town Hall 10 had to clear, but it should have been, you know, done early. So I think that we're looking from this war, based off of our successes and yours, and going to learn how to improve from where we normally stand. Because, you know, we're still doing things a little bit like we did pre-update. And I think we can improve on that, because the 9s have become dramatically more efficient. Besides the fact that they're just doing a phenomenal job, Supercell made it easier for them to do so.
Definitely. We've noticed even in this war, there's been so many attacks that pre-update, they wouldn't have got the job done. You know what I mean? But with that extra 30 seconds, and as long as you can keep your queen alive, and maybe have some wizards on the edge of that trash ring, you have a chance.
Yep.
With that extra time, so it's definitely an easier game now at the Town Hall 9 level, but yeah, there's some things that I like about the changes. There's other things that, man, I wish it was a little more difficult.
Right.
But they're making these changes for the masses, not for like the elite guys that, they have a tile for every single troop to go on. You know what I mean?
Right. I sat back, and even though, I look at it and it drives me crazy, because I felt I was one of those guys that felt Town Hall 9 was perfect, or as close to perfect as you could potentially get with any base. I think it was better than 8. 8 was close for what it is. But there was not another Town Hall like it. I mean, from 7 up, it just didn't exist. And so that being said, I looked at it and got a little discouraged to begin with. And then I stepped back and I thought about it, and I was like, how would have old Cold September, when we were first building out, taken these changes? What would it have meant to us, and how successful we would have been when we were just a bunch of noobs, throwing down Go Wipe or something else, trying to transition from 2-star to 3-star strategies, and what that road looked like. And so I think, for the mass, it's a good thing. As much as I don't love it for our groups, because it kind of forces people to move upward or to just, dominate every base, at the same time, it gives them the opportunity to be more flexible with their attack styles as a Town Hall 9, which will make them better in the late game with 10 and 11. So, as much as we hate to see, 9 get cleared so easily, they're going to be better Town Hall 10 and 11 attackers than I will be, because I went up before the update. I didn't have the time with this.
You're locked in on those 2-star Go Wipes and whatnot. You know what I mean? To get that Town Hall and some percentage.
Exactly. So, that being said, I think it's been good for them. 3 months from now, it's just a matter of them getting there. 4 months from now, 5 months from now, whatever. So there's some benefits to it that not everybody sees. Math Monster from CS or says Town Hall 3 is the most balanced in the game.
Love it.
That's awesome.
I agree with you on that assessment, though. How many, truly awesome hybrid attacks have you seen since the update? Like with, throw in whatever type of troop there is. You see like a single P.E.K.K.A doing work. You see, a group of 4 to 6 dragons doing work. Really, really segmenting bases like into quadrants, and then having a specific kill squad for each of those quadrants. I think that is definitely going to make people better at Town Hall 10, because that's what those attacks, kind of take if you're looking to get 3 stars.
Right. I mean, just looking at the attacks, when I left Town Hall 9, Lalo was completely OP. So that's where I was. That's where I lived. I failed at it until I learned it, and then once I learned it, I dominated with it. And when I moved to 10, it was like I'm gonna Lalo. Air's gonna be the next big thing for Town Hall 10. And you just can't do it. You just couldn't do it easily anyway. So I began with it, failed epically. Finally, the team, slapped me around a little bit and said, "Hey, you're a 2-star guy now, so suck it up." And so I had to step down a little bit and look at different strategies for 2-star hits. And then when wars kind of allowed, work on my air game. And I've had some success with it, but I've had a lot more failure than I have success. These 9s that are just coming to 10 or going to come up, in the next couple of months are going to make me look like a total noob, like I've never played before. So I'm excited to see it, because there's a lot of those attacks that I would have never even considered as a Town Hall 9. It's the meta of the game has completely changed, and these guys are the ones that are reinventing it. My 9s, your 9s, and everybody else's 9s out there in the world. They're the ones that are pushing it to its new limits. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Town Hall 10 is really balanced, and we just don't know how to attack it yet, and we won't know till these guys get there.
We've had a lot of Town Hall 10 triples since the update, and that is something that we have obviously everybody struggled with that as a fair play guy. Right. It's not easy, but with that extra 30 seconds, we're getting triples more and more often by doing longer queen walks, getting more, pathing taken care of before the main army comes in. And then obviously with the addition of Town Hall 11, the witches are just ridiculous. The Grand Warden makes a big impact, so there's a lot more. As you've seen, we got 4 triples here, and we had one of our 11s attack go south on him with his king walking. I mean, if that would have gone in, hell, we might have had 5.
Right.
So we're seeing potential, I think, to get more and more Town Hall 10 triples, which is encouraging. And I think that Town Hall 10 is kind of becoming the new Town Hall 9 of how it used to be.
I agree with that. I think that the only difference that I would argue against is that 10s still struggle to hit up on 9s until on 11s. If they finally release a Town Hall 10 specific troop, I think that's going to be what enables 10 to be the new 9. It's really the only thing that it's missing, and I expected when they released the Witches or the Warden, one of the two, that it would have been for Town Hall 10. And I don't know that Warden has a place for inside of Town Hall 10 unless they capped him at like level 5 or something.
Yeah, that's true.
And after seeing those Witches do work like they have, it's kind of scary to say, is that the right choice either? I think it's just going to be a new troop. And
have you guys used the Witches much at the Town Hall 11 level?
I haven't seen a lot of what they do in farming raids. In war raids, we've kind of been dropping the 11s and popping the 10s upward, which I think is what most of us are doing at this point. And Fatty had 2 attacks this war. One of them was on ready for 99%.
I feel so bad for him.
Oh my gosh.
He had a great war and just fell a little bit short on 2 bases.
Yeah, I would have broken my iPad on that one probably. And then he had that 93% on Kona. And there were small things that were done wrong in those raids.
Sure.
As much as I hate to say that caused it. Against Kona, it was hitting the Warden ability incorrectly, and a couple of deployment spots were not just spot on. And then on Reddy's base, the whole opener was just not what was planned. Missed a spell to drag across the double bomb set, and just didn't get the wall broken at the southeast section. So, it was tough. We identified and knew what the issues were when it happened, but man, it was heartbreaking. But yeah, past that, we've done those, but I
look into the Witches a little bit, man. Honestly, it seems kind of broken. I mean, it reminds me of like Town Hall 7 Dragons, where you just kind of throw them down and they do work. But the Witches are strong. We've seen a lot of success with them so far, especially hitting the Town Hall 10 bases. And then, like Luke, he's got a couple of 3-stars this war. He was a guy that was a really skilled Laloon guy before the update. And he would get a 3-star every once in a while, right? It wasn't a regular thing. But now he's got the Grand Warden, which kind of, keeps those troops up just a little bit longer. And then now with that extra time on the clock, he's tripling a lot anymore. And he's a guy that uses the Lalo attacks, almost every time. Even though he's got the max witches and all that, he still prefers the Laloon. Right.
Which I'm afraid that's where I would end up if I went up. Because we talked about it. I mean, I basically said inside of our clan, what do you guys want to do? And everybody's like, we'll do whatever the clan needs. What's the rest of the FPC doing? And, I told him, I said, nobody knows yet. I think a lot are going to go up. But for us, if they don't give something within, say, a month or 3 weeks, then make your decision. If you want to go up, I'm not going to stop you, because it's going to be, easier to do those attacks until they start balancing that Town Hall. Because when Town Hall 10 came out, it was completely OP itself. So, 11's going to go through that same transition. It's just where do you want to be stuck by the time they get the balancing figured out.
Exactly.
Spencer says the Witches are still pretty tough to make work on a maxed anti-3 base. It says the modders against us are still using hybrid air raids. Okay, well that's interesting. Because I'm still a 10 and I haven't made the jump yet, I can't speak to it, but I can tell you it's been really intriguing to see the high-level Wardens do work, and what those Witches have done to most of the 10s as a whole. But I would use them like you guys did this war, like we used Fatty and Ain, would be to drop them down to 10s and let the 10s take care of the 11s if it's at all possible.
Oh yeah, we've even had like Boss had a Town Hall 9 was able to 2-star one of the high level Town Hall 11s that we went up against recently.
Right.
Just by using a Queen Walk for like the first 2/3 of the raid to get the percentage, right, and then doing a Town Hall dive basically. Right. But yeah, I mean it can be done. I think there's no real point in going after the 11s at this point. When if you are getting triples. I don't want to call it luck because, I mean, obviously these are very skilled players. But at the same time, there's a degree of luck that goes into it. You know, you're fortunate if you can pick up a Town Hall 10-3, basically.
Yeah.
So there's no reason to hit the 11s if you can hit the 10s with your 11s and 10.5s.
Exactly. If you're going to produce the same amount of stars, why not take the harder base and let the guys that have the advantage drop? So, you know, that's just basic strategy in my opinion. You know, and we did the same thing with our, oh, there's a live. Let me get to it real quick. We did the same thing with our 9s forever until our 10s learned the 3-star. Okay, this is just Jay Coops hitting Sean's base again. I guess it got tripled and he wanted to try a different strategy. So he's gonna play it.
Well, I think we had multiple people preparing for it because it was the only option. And since it got tripled, he's like, well, crap, now I have an army. So might as well go with it.
Right. Hey, Legend, welcome to the stream if I missed you earlier. And thank you all for the follows and sharing the stream. Much appreciated.
Definitely. On that note, any of my followers that are on the stream, definitely give Shaggy a follow. Some really, really good content comes off of this stream and off his channel. So, you know, the more the merrier. Give him a follow, and you'll see when he goes live doing the Cold September Wars. And as you guys can tell by the score and the fact that they have all of our 9s cleared and even a Town Hall 10 triple, these guys are the real deal. So definitely give him a follow.
Much appreciated, sir. All right, so on the initial attacks, tell me what's happening right here, PB, because you've seen this this base probably more than I have. Is the Queen going the direction that it was intended to go in the initial attacks? Did it follow the same path as the other guys? I think it did.
In this attack, this is attack plan. What we were doing before was like a Laloon, where we were Queen walking 3 air defenses.
Okay.
And I believe this is the same base. Yeah, so this is the same base. And yeah, we were Queen walking 2 air defenses, and then doing where the Queen is standing right now. We were doing a King jump spell in there to take out the Queen and one of the air defenses, and then just flying in 2 hounds to the last air defense. But he's hitting us with hogs, and it's something that we haven't seen. He's going to make a little bacon there, but he still has 13 hogs left over. So yeah, we'll see.
I think this is. I think they finally broke that mold. So maybe, I don't know if you said it or if they just kind of finally said it themselves. You know, hey, it's time for us to break what we were doing and try these other strategies on the base. And I think now he's just trying to see if he can 3 it a different way at this point.
Pretty much, and he's not going to get it. Not enough targeted hogs. He was just kind of spammed in. It looked like he was liking it, and he tried to just save it by forcing them through, and they split on him, so he didn't have the firepower needed to get through that Tesla farm.
Right.
He's also still got friggin' a CC full of troops, so I'm not sure if he forgot to drop his CC or what.
I think that it was probably a golem, and it was forgotten. That's what I'm thinking. Maybe it was supposed to be a stone entry from the south.
Huh. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm not all that upset about it because we've already 3-started, but at the same time, I'm just like, I wonder what that was. It's 41 seconds still, though, and he's got healers on the King.
Yeah.
There's the golem tank in the backside, so the defense is not going to be an issue. It's just the cleanup, and he's not going to have enough, it looks like.
Right.
Well, God, this might be close.
It's 26 seconds. The Queen's got to move past that storage. If she moves past it, the only thing that's really going to stand in her way is going to be that lab, because the rest of those are really low HP buildings.
Yeah, not enough time, man. He's got that top set of trash.
Yeah.
Really close, almost saved it, but again, this is another example of these basically failure attacks that, for whatever reason, are close after the update. I mean, that should not have been a 91% attack.
Right. No, I agree with that 100%. And, you know, realistically, there was some on both of our sides that I thought round 1 should not have been that way. I think we had 6 people have 6-star wars during round 1. You said you had 16 total round one 3 stars. Is that correct? I think
I think so. You know, plus or minus maybe 1 or 2, but I think we had 16 fresh hits. That's what the guys are telling me in chat, anyways.
I got you. I didn't take a full count of just fresh hits last night when I went to bed, or 5 a.m. this morning when I went to bed. But when I crashed out, we had 12 fresh hit 3 stars by 6 people. So 6 Star Wars for those guys, all during round 1. And, you know, some of the attacks that happened on either side, you know, they wouldn't have happened pre-update. You know, part of it's because they're stretching their boundaries and trying new attack styles. Part of it's because they just have additional time, and, you know, it became easier to do so. You know, our guys were already extremely good attackers, and this just made them better.
That's funny. So yeah, the CC Golem there was forgotten. He's saying it in chat right now. It was not meant to be a swag golem.
We've all been there and we've all done it. So let's just be perfectly honest about it. One of my guys went over to help Dark Avengers with an arranged war, or 2 of our guys actually. And one of them is one of probably our oldest or second oldest member besides me and Cold September family. And recently he's been staying in SEP for a while just because some life changes, stuff like that. And I'd allocated 2 of our guys pre you and I getting together and making this work, and had to swap things around. So I borrowed a couple of people from SEP, sent him over there, and he's like, man, I got it trained. I had the perfect plan. And instead of 2 jump spells, I took 2 heal spells. So I was like, we've done it. We've all done it. I've done it. You've done it. It's happened. He said, you know, the worst part is that he claims it was a glitch. And I love him, so I'm going to believe him. But he basically said, you know, I went in and it was after work, and I had, you know, everything. I gemmed it all to get it to where I could do it within a reasonable time. And I had the wrong spells, so I deleted them, and then I gemmed the right spells. And either the game glitched, or he potentially gemmed the wrong spells twice. And so he was like,
I've had that happen to me before, so I can believe him a little bit there. Like if it's a last second, like, you know, you gem it and then just go in right away, like there could be some sort of server lag or something that factors in. Because I swear to God, I've done the same thing where I gemmed a troop and then didn't have it. I want to say it was a troop, not a spell, but like I was missing a hound or something, and it was like I started to go deploy the hound on the last air defense and it wasn't there. I was like, oh my God. So, and that was before the whole check your army thing. You know, that would have been really handy in that situation. I would have noticed I was 30 slots too short, but yeah. Anyway, Shaggy, I gotta hop off, man, but it's been a pleasure.
Thanks for the war, and thanks for hopping on to Discord with me, man.
Absolutely, anytime. And guys in the chat, I love you all. It was awesome. Yeah, so thanks for the support, guys. It's been a great war between both Cold September and WHF. Looking forward to having many more here in the near future to bring you guys. So, yeah, that's all I got, man. So I'm going to sign off for now. Best of luck with the conclusion, man. And thank you guys for matching up with us.
Thank you, brother. Take care of yourself, and I'll talk to you on Group Me.
All right, man. Take care.
Right, thanks, man. You too. All right, guys, that was Powerbang joining me on Discord for, you know, quite a long session there. So much appreciation to him, and for taking time out of the day to hop on, and more importantly, much respect to Miss Powerbang for allowing him to do everything he does for the Clash community as a whole. So hopefully the music's back on, guys. Let me know if that worked out. And we've got a live attack from Bolt Thrower on Aussietron. So this is one of our final attacks this war. 48 minutes remain. 112 to 115 on total score. We have 3 remaining attacks now, 2 after Bolt Thrower is finished, and they have 5. My apologies. I'm sure that I missed a bunch of questions potentially in chat. So thank you guys for the follows and the shares. And Sarah, thanks for answering that question. Normally in a little bit slower stream when I'm not doing the Discord thing, I could have been able to pop that out, but wasn't able to this time. Appreciate you hanging out with us. We are at 33, almost 34,000 hearts. Almost 2 hours in the recording. 97 people. We've held right at about 100 every time I've checked it. About 97 people in chat and 1,000 views so far. Thank you guys for tuning in and watching the finale of this great war between Cold September and WHF. Shout out to Blast Jack. I don't know why, but he wanted one, so thanks for tuning in, buddy. Thanks, Vinny. Much appreciated, Sarah. Oh, there's another live attack, but I can't catch it. Oh, they're just going in for Sean's base again. Poor Sean. He defends like everything until the last hour of war, hour and 15 minutes, and now their 9s are figuring out every way possible to 3-star that base, or they're trying to. So here's another 9 attacking on him while Bolt is finishing up his raid here. He's looking pretty good if those golems hold out. I mean, there's nothing that can really stop his queen at this point. There's 1 cannon remaining with a minion on it. And this is looking like 3 stars, guys. Unless there's something on the map that I'm missing, and there's not. This is going to be another 3-star raid for Cold September at the top. It's going to bring us 1 closer to these guys, and then it's going to come down to aim. I believe that if the numbers on the screen are proper, then we're going to end up with 34 if AIM's successful. 34 Town Hall, 34 triples with 4 Town Hall 10 triples. If AIM is successful, we'll have... No, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe we have 2. Obviously, my math is horrible. Let's look! That's just that 9 on 9. Okay, that makes 2. AIM will make 3 if he gets it. Great job, Bolt Thrower. So that's going to put us at 33 triples, and they're going to come down to 4 attacks themselves. So no matter what, there's going to be a deficit here at the end. So congratulations to WHF for the win. But as you can see, the Cold September family, the guys, have not given up on it quite yet. They're going to fight it to the end and make it as close as humanly possible. Looks like there's 75% there. And a minute 33 remains on the other iPad. Looks like another 3-star attack from this guy. So good job, the man, myth, legend, on yours also. Let's find a raid to watch. Show Zeus in on Truffle Shuffle. Thank you, legend. Been an amazing war all the way around for both families, both groups. Y'all's war is more interesting than mine at the moment. Sarah, what clan are you in? Town Hall 10 3-star or 10 11 3-stars. They have 4 currently. We have 2. That's the difference in the total star count at this point as well. Ain is a beast. Just whether or not he can be successful. He had a plan up for what was it, number 8 for Kappas or Caps, and I stopped him and said, "Hey man, take a look at what Fatty did on number 4. It was 99%, and there were errors in the raid. So if everything would have went as Fatty's plan was set out, it would have been a definite 3-star, I think." Clearly confused. We are not that awesome at war, but we got matched with a reg and go clan. That's awesome. I shout out to Clearly Confused and Camcord Sarah. I think I've missed a lot of these raids, and I know that Powerbang always has a recap screen. I think I'm going to end up having to do the same thing for our channel, simply because there's been so many that, I've jumped around this time and I didn't just go up one side and down the other like I normally do. No Town Hall 11 3-stars yet, or there won't be this war. Their 11 has used both of his attacks. Their 10.5 used both of his. We have 111 left, and it wouldn't make sense for him to hit an 11 when there's 10s to be 3. Rice says that we need a camcord rep in Cold September, Sarah. So, he's basically suggesting or implying that you and I should talk. I think it's a good idea, to be honest. Let's jump over here and see what they did on the lower guys, because those guys tend to get left out. Empty burns in on Zeus, since I just saw Zeus throwing out a triple himself. Also in Cold Sep, is that right? Tweet me and we can talk. Is your Twitter name the same? Where I know that I follow Camcord. I don't know if we follow each other. I'm Cold Sep on Twitter. Oh, line is clearly confused. I'm going to connect just to be connected. Where's it at before I forget about it? And that is you yourself online, Sarah? That way I'm not talking to somebody else and they have no idea what I'm talking about. There it is. I lead 5 clans along with helping Galadon. I knew that the name Clearly Confused sound very, very familiar. I guess that's why you and Spencer knew each other so well, and that's why you were able to chat earlier. I can barely co-lead one clan. We had 3 official clans there for a while, and I said no. And then I got hit up a week ago, I guess, and they were like, "Hey, we need a 3rd clan," and I just said no. I was like, "You can manage it, you can run it. I want nothing to do with it." I mean, we're at 2 clans that are doing very well. Cold Sept has progressed dramatically over the past 3 months or so. The changes there have been just absolutely amazing. And so, you know, they all right, good luck, ready. I'm going to slide up to it. Thank you for the notification. So I was like, you know, we're doing great, and, you know, we can keep people in trials and, you know, transition them as things are ready. And if we don't, you know, if we don't need to recruit, because I don't think our people are going anywhere right now, so be it for the moment. You know, call me blind or, you know, whatever. I can't, I don't have enough time for it at this point. Exactly, Sarah. I mean, the team itself is like, the codes run it, the team runs themselves. You know, if I went missing, I don't think they would miss anything but my snide remarks randomly joking around. But, you know, as far as just the idea of having 50 more people that, you know, to keep up with, I don't know if I have it in me right now. Good luck, ready. And I'm in here when you are. By the way, guys, we're at 87 viewers now. We dropped a little bit. 1,100 views this stream. 36,000 hearts. We didn't make a big heart push this time, but let's give a shout out to Bexy for 6K and GACOC, Sangfroid, MGO, and Better When Drunk, and Old Snake, actually. For all crossing 2K, Bexy's at 6K, and GACOC was at 3K. Those guys are, and gal, are always rocking the hearts. Yeah, Giovanni, all 9s are cleared. We cleared them relatively early. They just wrapped up their last one, but they've had more success at the top. Our 10s and 11s basically didn't have as much success as we were hoping for. Wow, MGO, good luck with that. Me and another guy trying to get our clan of 50 into 3-star strategies, so takes a lot of hands-on, and that is no joke. I mean, when we rebuilt Cold September and decided we were going to be a war clan, we stripped it. Myself and a couple of other guys stripped it down to less than 10 people and rebuilt from the ground up because it was easier. All right, so. Quan went in on number 8 before Reddy was in, so this is Quan scouting for Ain, and I hope Ain changes it and goes back and picks up that 99%. I think it'd be crazy not to. Thanks for that, Rice. I can Ahmed once this attack and Reddy's attack is over. I think Reddy will probably wait for Quan to be finished before they go in. I'm trying to find the 10 thread. Well, I don't see anything, but he hasn't updated anything, so we'll see. Hey, Beto, and I don't know how to pronounce the first portion, but Bruder, thanks for the follow. Shag, do whatever you can to keep yourself enjoying the game. The FP community is a better place with you involved. Keep up the good work. No, thank you very much for the kind words. Very much appreciated. I think the problem, the only problem I see with that is that my attacks are horrible now. And my clan may not let me be part of the community anymore if I can't get my crap together. Toxic Waste and Brian and Mermian, thank you guys for the follows. This particular attack is just so like. When Ain's part of his progression for these attacks is when we have leftover 9 attacks or even 10s that are not quite as good at 3-starring as he is, we just basically say, Ain, draw us the plan that you want, and we'll do it. And so, we'll walk through it time and time again from different directions if he does or doesn't like something, and kind of give him the scouts in the areas that he needs for his plans. Which is, I hope, or I like to think, part of the reason that he's been so successful as a 10. So I think this is going to give him just enough information for him to decide if he's going to go with this plan on 8 or if he's going to replicate one of Fatty's 90+% attacks, a 93 and a 99% attack. So if Ain's attacks would have, if Fatty's attacks would have been successful as they were expected to be, I think we would have been looking at a tie ball game right now. I mean, statistically we would have, but I think it would have came down literally to Reddy, Kona, and Ain and what they would have done at the end. All right, Reddy. I'm ready when you are. Here it is. Thanks for waiting for the other one to finish up. Hey Sarah, by the way, I saw that you sent another message. I'll hit you back after this one wraps up. 30 minutes left. I'll just hit you up then. Give some hearts while your troops are cooking. Thanks, Old Snake. And thanks for the follow, New Biz. Alright, here we go, ready. In with the Queen Walk. Wall breakers through the 2nd level did not find success with the extras there. I don't think they were supposed to get in there because you don't want the Queen going to the Inferno Tower. But there was that small chance depending on how many of them were dropped. I missed that in the beginning. So, separated the heroes. The Queen should turn after she gets the Sexpo and go to join the King there. King and Golem. King going straight into the Archer Queen. Archer Queen. Queen in there with healers. Nothing on her, so she should be able to take out the CC as long as it doesn't run too far in and get the Queen locked by the Inferno. She's got to turn to get that air defense quickly. Get out of that Inferno's beam. Alright, she got it. There's not going to be any issues from there, so she did her job. It's just a matter of what happens with the hounds and loons from here. I think that she was probably supposed to get a little more, or the kill squad was with an Inferno, was supposed to get a little more than what they did going in. Just because to hold on to two Infernos till the end of the raid with only 2 hounds is a little risky. I could be wrong though. This free spell, that first free spell was on point. 2 more haste spells may get to the Inferno with no issues right here. Yup. Great so far, ready. Ouch. So the somehow or another those northern loons expired before they got the Inferno, but I still think there's going to be enough to get it. There's not a whole lot of air defenses besides that Tesla and Archer Tower. Oh, tough luck. Okay, maybe not. My commentary is the worst, apparently. Or at least today. Great try, ready. And, I mean, I would say that if all of the minions were, pups were to bundle in one group, then, you know, they could probably take down that Archer Tower and the Tesla. But with that gold storage in the way, it's going to come down to how much damage was done. Nope, they separated. If they would have all grouped and it would have been like a one-shot kill for the gold storage, there would have been a chance, but rather unfortunate. Great attack overall. Was cutting it really close troop-wise. Anytime that you do a 2 hound on 2 air defense raid, with no matter what town hall you are, whether it's a 9, 10, or 11, it makes it a bit tight. So everything's kind of going to be right on point. Yeah, the second freeze was a little bit late. Great try though, ready. Alright, so that's going to leave, just taking a look here, that's going to leave King Diamond, Kona, and Luke as their Town Hall 10s remaining to attack. Luke did have a family emergency, so I don't think that attack's going to be gotten in based off of what Powerbang was explaining. So realistically, they have 2 more Town Hall 10 triple attempts going forward with their remaining attacks. Cold September, on the other hand, only has Ain. That's the only one that we have remaining, and he historically has been our most consistent 3-star attacker. But he's still adjusting to Town Hall 11 a little bit, so it's going to be a little bit of a transition, I think, before we see some things, and sometimes we as a group, as a collective, attackers, not just Cold September, but everyone, tends to overthink things a little bit when they get something new, fresh, and shiny. They try to reinvent the wheel. And I think all of us have seen that with 11s somewhat. So Ain's finding his groove with where he wants to be and what he wants to do with Town Hall 11 so far. But he's still the man, so we'll see what he can do. 28 minutes remaining. Sorry about that, guys. Had a guest drop in. Thank you all for tuning in. Been a great war so far between WHF and Cold September. Statistically, WHF has the win. Their 10 plus attackers were more efficient than we were. They still have a couple of attacks remaining, so they may actually be able to widen the gap just a little bit here at the end. But the score currently is 113 to 115. We have one attack remaining on Cold September side, which is historically our most effective or consistent Town Hall 10 attacker. So hopefully he can put in some work this time with the second raid, and then they have two 10s remaining, one of which I believe already put up a 3-star. Yeah, Kona put up a 3-star earlier. So you know, who knows what could happen from there. Someone help me please. I stream on a MacBook Pro using QuickTime Player and OBS. Anyone know how I can get music playing through the background? Yes, Miriam, actually, because I'm a MacBook and iMac user. And I'm going to tell you exactly what you're running into, which is you Google it and you find out that it sends you to Soundflower and what was the other one? There's something else. It tells you two specific things to use, and I never got it to separate the audio. So Soundflower, and I don't even have the other one installed, is what it tells you. Don't use those. Pay the cost and buy something called Sound Siphon. That's what I bought. It was like 30 bucks, I think. And it allows me to mute audio and combine them into one stream for upload. So I could basically, earlier we were on Discord with PV, with Powerbang. Music's playing in the background. I have this mic on. I can cut a separate mic on. I can have music mixing from two different audio streams, whatever I wanted to do with it. It is exactly what I was looking for and searching for about 5 months. I finally bought it not long ago. Maybe, I don't know, 3 months ago, and it changed everything. Hagen Deal, Sandy, what is that? Sandy COC. Ask whether you're talking about for camcorder Twitch. I'm assuming for camcorder, but realistically, I don't think it matters. Sound Siphon does both. No problem. You want me to type it out in chat so you can actually see copy and paste? Actually, I'll just do that anyway. Typed it. Copy and paste into Google. I don't know the website right offhand. But that's exactly it. Like I said, I think it was 30 bucks, and it was very, very much worth it. It literally filled a need that I knew existed, and I figured could be done otherwise, but I can't find anything else to do it. You can play with it a little bit beforehand, and it does like this mono thing initially, but it lets you try it and kind of get an idea of what it's capable of before you buy it. Don't use it on the stream with the mono thing because it sounds horrible, but it's the idea behind it that you'll see. Oh, sorry about that, Ahmed. I'll get it next. My apologies. I totally forgot. Hey, Tactor, thanks for the follow. It's literally the next attack, Ahmed, unless we have a live. There you go, Quantum. I do it on some of them, and then I get distracted on others. What am I looking for here? Ah, I remember what it was. Okay, so Sarah uses Sound Siphon also and loves it, so buy it, totally worth it. It's literally my favorite software that I have found since I started streaming. WHF has the win statistically, that by potentially right now 2 Town Hall 10 3 stars, We could close that down by 1, but they still have 2 more opportunities to triple. So 22 minutes remain. So, I mean, things can still change a little bit, but statistically, the best we could do is -1 of their score. So there's the stats overall. We've got us a touch on destruction also, but that has to do with the 3 stars. Wait, I've already shown this. Oh, Powerbang space. That's what I was fixing to do. Let's find it. Very next raid. Here it is, Ahmed. Here is your Powerbang getting 3-star. That's what you were looking for. Sorry, Powerbang. You know I love you. The fans calling your name. Yes, I went right back to it. Definitely Last Nation. It's been a pleasure from both sides. So great job to the WHF team for pulling it out in the end. Thank you for that, Caps. It's been a pleasure warring with you guys. Joey, thanks for the follow. Hey Bex, haven't seen you in a bit. Doom, thanks for the follow. Thank you very much for that, Caps. It's my pleasure to be able to I guess, represent the FPC somewhat, you know, to speak to it, and just moreover to have the opportunity to take part in it. The FPC basically re-inspired me in the game. I mean, I love my team, and they're phenomenal, and they keep me going and keep me laughing. But you know, Wars had kind of phased, I guess. And without the competition that the FPC brought, and the level playing fields that were inspired or brought in from that, I don't know where I would stand without, with Clash at this point. So happy to be able to stream, and happy to be able to talk about it. It's been a lot of fun, and there's still many more great wars to come. So I'll get to continue speaking about it until somebody kicks me out of CS or whatever. I'd probably still ask him to come stream. Later, Brian. Take care, buddy. Thanks for tuning in, as always. I don't do base reviews. Powerbang, how dare you? Sorry, man. It was requested by the fans. Lukask, thanks for the follow. Exactly. Cap says, agreed, the FPC is just amazing. Makes a guy want to be a serious competitor. No kidding. Quantum Outbreak, let me explain to you what FPC is. FPC stands for the Fair Play Community. It is a place where clans go who play the game, that strive to ensure that their clans play the game the way the game was intended to be played. No third-party softwares, no modifications to the game itself. It's exactly the type of player that Supercell themselves, expected to be able to play and to push. But the idea behind that not only is just to ensure that these players are actually doing their attacks and playing their attacks out the way the game was designed for them to, but to inspire competitive wars with other clans with a like mindset. We gather in 2 places. One of which is on Bindle at the #FairPlay Community to arrange wars with other clans like us. And the other one is at fairplaycommunity.net. That is our forum-style website where other Fairplay clans go to put together and arrange wars, share weights, do whatever they need to help their teams have a more inspiring war. So if you're interested in a clan of that nature, check out Fairplay Community on Bindle. or fairplaycommunity.net. Is there a feeder for Town Hall 8s? Not in the Cold September family. I think Cold Sept has a couple of Town Hall 8s remaining, but it's because they came in before they stopped accepting them. OH Tacture says, I'm in WHF Rising. Nice war, guys. It's absolutely amazing to watch these attacks. Hats off to everyone. Thank you for that, Tacture, and good luck in Rising. You have a beautiful shirt. I didn't realize I was standing up to see the shirt, but thank you. Alright, let me give a huge shout out to Buster Cherry. Thank you for that very much. I know who you are, obviously, after going in and taking a look at the email that I got right off the bat. And let me tell you that as a Town Hall 6, I would take you inside of our clan any day of the week, because you are one of the people that have stood beside me day in and day out through this journey, man. And 90% of what CS is thanks to you as well, or strictly to you. I missed the live attack thanks to this raid. Dadgummit. By the time I saw it, looking at that email, I missed it. So Busted Cherry, thank you very much for that. I could say the same shout out to R3 there, because he's been with us forever and ever and ever at this point, and you guys are truly what made our clan what it is. Nobody tell me what's happening in this raid, because I'm going to get sick if it's not a 3, and I don't want to see it if it is until I see it happen. Three stars for the other good guys. Let's take a look at what happened. I gotta say the other good guys, because Powerbang has now trademarked the good guys for WHF. So let it be known that we are the other good guys. I thought I had it, Powerbang. I had to go back and look at it, man. I swore that I set that up initially. I guess it's there now because I did get it set up. So I swore I had it. My mistake on that one. So Ain in on Caps. Caps, I'm sorry that this went down, since you have been on stream and Ain has not, that I'm aware of. However, this is obviously exciting to help see the gap gets closed. King of the North, thanks for following. Renegades ask, is anyone clanless right now that's on the stream? Sorry about that, Nubiz. That was also my fault there. GC Razor, thanks for the follow. Thanks for that, King of the North. And Mogi, thanks for the follow. Alright, I'm going to update stats while this is happening. Ain representing, like he always does, with an absolutely phenomenal raid. He was a little unfortunate on his first hit and was incapable of doing what he was hoping to do. But ultimately, he's done his part. I mean, you can't ask for, you can, but it would be unrealistic to ask for Town Hall 10 Plus to pull 6-star wars ongoing. And so he's done his part, and we had a couple of misfires that would have literally put us right side by side with these guys. And they've still got a couple of hits left. So, you know, realistically, if Fatty could have closed the gap on his couple of 90+% raids, then we would have been sitting at 36. And I think that they may have one more in them, maybe two. But I'm thinking at least one more. So this thing could have went literally to the last couple of attacks to make the difference. But, you know, no matter the outcome, it's always been, for Cold September, about the accomplishment, the arrangement, the competition, and the opportunity to share streams and you know, environments with the other teams. It helps us learn, it helps us be better, and moreover, it lets us know that, you know, our family's bigger than just us. It's also, you know, the rest of the FPC as a whole, and everybody that we've arranged with, the friends that we've made through the community as a whole. Domotron, I love Sloss, and Clash Leg, Walter WHF, thank you all for the follows. Ain is a beast. Bex is right there. There's 11 minutes remaining, guys. I'm not going to go into an attack unless it's one of their attacks. Their live attacks. It wouldn't make any sense for me to do so and miss a live attack at the end, since I missed that one. We'll give it time, and then I'm sure Powerbang will do his update recap thing, and I know that I'll be doing one as well. I've got to get my camcord times back on point. Since he took the first part of this war, I've got to do a little extra, and I like doing the recap streams because it kind of frees up things to be, you know, talked about, goofed around about, and I can jump from replay to replay. WHF did win at least by one at this point. That was our final raid, and we're 1 star behind. They still currently have a few attacks, 2 of which are Town Hall 10 hits. King Diamond and Kona still have attacks to be made, and Luke, from my understanding, will not be doing the final attack simply because there was a family emergency. And, you know, our prayers go out to that entire family with what's happened, and hopefully all things are well, and maybe it's just a misunderstanding. Things, I don't know. I can't speak to it. Powerbang couldn't speak to it, but, you know, hopefully all things are well with them. Thanks for the hearts, guys. Thanks for tuning in. 1,200, almost 1,300 views this stream. A little low on the heart count compared to some of the other streams, but it still got us to the front page of Camcord as usual. Bexy 6K, Sang Freud at 5K, GACOC at 4, Sings by Jorn at 3K. Those are the top people leading the heart board. Thank you very much for doing so. Caps, thanks for the follow, buddy. Alright. Somebody from WHF, give me an idea. What are these last attacks going to look like? I mean, it's 8 minutes remaining, 9 minutes remaining. I obviously can't, I can't change the outcome from our side. So who are you guys hitting? What are they looking like? Alright, take that back. King Diamond going big on King Aaron. So I guess this is saying, hey, we can't, you know, I'm not going to add anything on, so I'm going to go in and see what I can do here. I'm not really sure. If the other attack goes in, since it'll be a 3-star attempt, I'll swap. This is probably practice hitting a Town Hall 11. If you're a Town Hall 10 and you've had to hit an 11, you're going to realize that is quite a pain in the rear. That being said, this would be a great opportunity for them to practice doing so. Thank you for that, Quantum Outbreak. Thanks for that, Ken. And thanks for the follow, Sierra Thinks. Luke visited the hospital and his brother is doing okay. This is an update for Luke, guys. He may be able to use his second attack with or without it. I mean, all I care to hear is that his brother's doing okay. So if he decides to do the attack, great. If he can't or doesn't, then obviously myself, Powerbang, CS, and the WHF family would not hold that against him. You know, we preach that, you know, our Clash family, our Cold September family is a second family for us, and I know that you guys probably do the same thing. But, you know, you have to consider real life first, and sometimes things just happen. I mean, over the 2 years I've been playing, I've witnessed a number of different things, both good and bad, that have pulled people away from the game. So, you know, always be respectful to that if you happen to not be in one of our clans. And remember that real life family always comes first. This is just a game, and it should be fun, so make it that way. Let's see. Martin, thank you for the follow. Thanks for the update, PB. Alright, so 2 attacks remain from WHF. 6 minutes remaining in war in a few seconds. They're down to 2. Let's put that on the board. Alright, so let's see what's happening here. Thank you for that, Domotron. That was made and created by one of the co-leaders of Cold September. He does woodworking for fun, and he's a very, very, very good at it. It's 3-dimensional, 20 inches wide, something, I don't know, longer. It sticks out about that far, which is about 3 inches off my wall. He used 1x4s to do it. And the detail, the attention to detail he played on that thing was amazing. He basically said, "Hey Shaggy, if you want it, I'll build it. Or if I build it, do you want it?" And so I jumped all over it and said, "Absolutely, I'll make it part of my streams. Ship her on." And so he took a couple of weeks, built it out, and sent it to me at no cost, just because he's a true, genuine, awesome dude. And then the next thing you know, he changed his in-game name to Fatty CS instead of Fatty Pat. So he's with us for the long haul. Wooks, what are you doing? I haven't seen you in chat. I hope you're doing well, buddy. We just got matched with a 20 versus 20. They have 7 Town Hall 11s, ouch, 10 Town Hall 10s, damn, and 3 Town Hall 9s. You have 11 10s, 3 9.5s, and 6 9s. That is painful. We will get lots and lots of practice hitting 11s. Jesus. That sucks, man. There's only 67 people on the stream now. There was 1,300 that have tuned in over time. And up until the last few minutes, when it was completely decided, the war itself, we've maintained right at about 100 viewers the entire time. As wars wound down, that's changed a little bit. If you have time, can we see the attack on your base? Yeah, after war. There's 4 minutes and 2 attacks remaining. And Luke may or may not get his, but Kona will get theirs in. So that being said, we're going to catch the live attack first. But yeah, I basically ran a revised, slightly revised version of the base that I ran against One Hive. It's a base that I spent 2 months, 1.5 to 2 months building, and then it got demolished in a 5-part YouTube video. So I tweaked it a little bit, up my infernos, and they still wrecked it during round 1. So a little bit tough, but it is what it is. Congratulations, and thank you for the 50,000th heart, by the way. Sorry about that, guys. Daughters, plural, came in and decided to say goodbye. They're going to visit their Nana. So took me a few seconds there to say goodbye. All right, Luke is getting ready to attack. So great to hear that he's going to be able to free up and do so. What happened to Luke's brother? I can't answer that. Thanks for that, Wooks. Thank you for the kind words, Captain Blackbeard. Much appreciated. And thank you, was that Oscar, A. Wood, and Shredder, also named by the way, for the follows. WHF 2 just drew Town Hall 9 Specialist Award. Those guys have been literally matching everyone. Like, they had one or two arranged wars. One of them was with Emphatic Elite, and one was with One Hive. And then it seemed like they matched now 3 different clans from the FPC randomly. I don't run close enough to just 9s of a mix to be able to pull it off. Only one Town Hall 10 on your side. Do you recommend an anti-2 or 3? No. Let's take it offline. But here's what my quickest recommendation is: speak to Brian in the FPC thread, because they faced them, and ask the OH guys what they feel that they're capable of. I would probably run a hybrid anti-2/3 against them. And I actually have a couple that would probably be pretty good for you. Because they are amazing attackers, but realistically that's probably going to be the deciding base in war. So you want to make sure that you run something pretty solid. Thanks for that, Sang Freud. Talk to you later. Thank you, Gab. It has been an amazing war, and we're very pleased to be able to take part in it with you guys. Plans are able to get arranged. If not Supercell helping that happen. It is not Supercell helping it happen. We put in hours upon hours upon hours of work to make these things happen. Cold September actually takes an arrangement team of 3 guys, well, technically about 4 guys, to keep things going, ongoing. Is how we do it weekly without overloading me or one of the arrangement team. So we kind of share the load a little bit, and in doing so, it makes it a little bit easier. But Powerbang's got a video on it. The system changed slightly with the Town Hall 11 update. But nonetheless, it's basically the weight you see in a replay if you're hit by an equal Town Hall or lower, or 1 storage count on War Day times 5. All right, Luke is in. There's only now there's 0 seconds left, and Luke is the only one that made it in. So Kona did not make the buzzer. Hey Austin, thanks for the follow, or X Swamp, whatever word you want me to use. Sounds good, Nono. And yeah, Brian from EE. Thanks, Lisa. Thank you for that, Wilson. I was worried about Kona's second attack, and apparently didn't make the buzzer. I'm sure that there's a great reason behind it, but man, that I gotta be honest, I'm kind of glad to not see another 3-star out of him, because they rocked that first one. While this raid's going in with Luke, let me say one more time, much respect and love to the WHF family, you know, and all the work that Powerbang put in to enable us to be able to do this arranged war. You know, he does a ton for the community as it is, and to add on trying to separate or manage weights, I don't know if he had any help with it, but from our conversations, I'm pretty confident that he did it, you know, mostly himself. And man, it's a lot of hours that you put into this great game. So, you know, thanks for doing what you do, man. Teaching people along the way, and putting together such a great team that enabled us to do this thing, man. So very much appreciated. All right, so Luke was unsuccessful in on Fatty's base. Ultimately, you know, it wasn't a deciding factor. But that's the final score, guys. 114 to 115. Cold September took the loss to WHF. They were more successful at the top, and overall, man, this war was incredible. I mean, when they came out swinging with their round 1 3-star Town Hall 9s, I knew we were going to be in a serious war, and I knew it going into it anyway. But you know, it definitely justified my thinking. That being said, you know, this this has been amazing. So, you know, I'm sure PB will do his recap stream like he normally does, or I assume he will. I can't vouch for him. And, you know, for my side, I'm pretty confident that I'll be doing the same. So, you know, it's tough to take a loss, but when you take a loss to a team like this in a war like this, who cares? May catch up here in chat for just a moment, and then we'll call it a day. Hey, Big Al, thanks for the follow. I was under the assumption that the system matches up Clan Wars, and we cannot influence the outcome of who we are matched with. That is incorrect, Quantum Outbreak. We arrange wars every single week. So it takes a whole lot of work of matching all of your team's base weights and you know, going through base by base, keeping them updated, ensuring the other clan knows what they're doing. It's a whole lot of work. If you know what you're doing, you can do it in 12 hours or less. We have, if you have everything up to par already. But you know, our first couple of range wars, it seemed like it took a week and a half to get finished up. What changes were made with weight with the Town Hall 11 update? A ton of them. Everything was dropped. Max weight's now 110K. The Bindle community for FPC is #FairPlayCommunity. Powerbang says, his pleasure, beautiful performance from Cold September. We appreciate the matchup and good luck with the upcoming scrims. Thank you very much for that, sir, and same to you guys. Thank you, Mary Man. Very much appreciate the follow and for you keeping up with the stream. So great job, WHF. Great job, Cold September, for both groups representing their teams and representing the Fair Play community. So shout out to everyone that's in either clan. Shout out to those that joined us on stream to share the experience with us. So ultimately, the war was decided by Cold September only producing 3 Town Hall 10 3-stars to WHF producing 4. So that's what the war was decided by. When a war is this close, you can't argue with the outcome. So ultimately, you know, a few months ago, I don't think we would have seen maybe one Town Hall 10 3-star, if that. I can remember when arranged wars were still decided by were all the 9s cleared. So, you know, the entire FPC group and the game itself has changed dramatically since that point. So we'll see more and more of this stuff, and it's exciting to be part of. So thank you guys for tuning in. I'm going to hop off here, and we'll catch up with a recap stream probably tomorrow, hoping no random maintenance breaks come like they did with my my last planned recap. So thank you guys. Oh, quick heart count. Yep, let me give it to you. Vex at 6K, GACOC at 4K, Albertino came out of nowhere with 3K, Grandmaster with 800 and something, and then the others I think hopped off stream, so it doesn't show their counts. There was a couple that were also in the 2K Plus group. So thank you guys for the hearts. Thank you guys for tuning in. And for now, this is Shaggy68 from Cold September. Thanking WHF for a great war. You guys for joining us here. And I'll see you next time, hopefully on the stream. Be sure to hit the follow button, and it'll let you know when I go live next. Thanks, guys.